Bonjour friends, and good evening everyone. It's such a pleasure to have you spending time with me tonight for a new episode of Intimate Conversation with Ilanit. So if it's your first time, let me introduce myself. I am Ilanit. I am a mindful and intuitive life coach, a writer, a teacher, and I've been devoting my life to guide people to experience life through love, light, and as I like to say, to see life through a spiritual eye. And so for me, everything started at a very early age when I was only a child, and experiences led me to ask questions about if there is more to life. What is my purpose? What is all about? And multiple experience led me toward a journey of learning and teaching and guiding others. And I would like to welcome you to this community where we like to come in unity wherever we are, knowing that each one of us has a gift to offer, a pieces of the puzzle really to manifest the masterpiece of creation. And so before we start deeper about the teaching that I wanted to bring to you tonight, I would like you to sit in a comfortable position. Maybe take a deep breath in and out. And just to set your mind, I'm going to ring my singing bowl, and I would like you to pay attention to the sound until you cannot hear it anymore. Very nice. Just unbelievable how vibration, when bring into a space, suddenly clear your mind, clear your space. Even as I speak now, I can still hear the echoing of the singing bowl, and which really it's about aligning. It said that each one of us is here to sing its song. And so what I like to do in life is to really help each and every one find and tune into what is their own song and understand the ups and the downs and allow them to become the creator. It just as not just being an actor, but also looking at life, our own life, as if we are a viewer and a co-creator. And so I would like to invite you, just knowing for apparently it's not always clear, that if you are joining either on YouTube or Facebook, on the descriptive above the video, there is a link, blue link of StreamYard, and this will give you the ability to come live in the studio and participate as the time has come by. So the subject I wanted to bring today is about being present. And if you are involved in spirituality already, you know this is a famous topic that has been discussed for quite some time all around. And I have to say, before developing what is the gift of being present, we should ask ourselves, first of all, what causes us not to be present. And to give some information about that, I had myself to travel back in time when I was enrolled in the study of education and psychology in one of my first classes in psychology. And so it was toward the end of the 90s. And already we could see profiling in the horizon certain challenges that our society were to face. People were having more and more hard time to be present and to really accept everything that life was bringing them. It was what teacher used to call the generation Prozac, where nobody wanted to feel any form of pain. And if pain was around, it will cause truly challenges internally and not only physically. And that was the generation that really people started to develop more and more. And through the years, any form of what I like to refer as the same title as the movie, The Runaway Bride. People wanted to run away from that pain, whether using drugs that now were available through prescription, sex, alcohol, shopping, and nowadays, which is one of the most common thing, the use of social media to sort of numb ourselves for the reality of what's happening in our lives. And here is the thing. In order to understand why being present is so important, we need to first of all understand the nature of what it is to be challenged and possibly feeling discomfort or pain. And to do that, I would like to read an extract of the book that I wrote. It was a children's book that came to me as an inspiration when I was involved in teaching children spirituality on a weekly basis. And so this book, Kids Do, that you can find on Amazon, is the story of a young boy that at heart is excited and seeking anything that he can do to participate in the bringing of love and light in the world. And so as a reward for just his desire, doesn't mean he's been able to see any difference, is getting the visitation of a spiritual guide named Master S. And as they start to interact and go through a journey of discovering how he can fulfill his wish, his purpose, he has this question: if all we have to do in life is to share and to be kind to others, to bring this love back, this unity back, the young boy kids do ask, how come haven't we been successful yet? And this is what Master S is answering. What an excellent question, dear Master S. I am so happy you asked. As we are born in this world, we not only need to remember our true mission, but we need also to fight the force that's challenging us from completing it. Now he says, think about it. If life is much like a game, how would you feel playing it without challenges? Bored, replied Kids Do. That's right, said Master S. And that's why challenges were created and are part of our life. Now there's another dimension of that, is to understand that as sparks of light, we have been asking to become more like the Creator, not just receiving endless fulfillment, but being able also to produce it. And one of the main things to do it is by earning it, by being challenged. And the best way to visualize it is like being a player in the playoff. The best of the championship is really to face challenger that's going to push us toward our limits, that's going to help us overcome and earn that trophy. And so, like I said to people that I work with, life should be seen as really a game that we try to win. And for doing that, we must understand the rules of this universe and how, as a player, we are meant to play our part. Now, let's think you are a basketball player. How do you develop your skills? First, you learn all the rules of the game. Then, you learn what are your strengths and work them. And you learn also which one are your weaknesses. So like this, you will not be, the target of your adversary. So really, when we have challenge, is really to remind us that we are here to exert our power, our knowledge, and our free will. And to do that, there is a tool that I would like to share a little bit later about how do we do that? How do we suddenly transform any situation, any challenges into opportunities to what I call revealing the light, earning the light. So we'll talk about that technique, but I see that we have some people in the room, and I would like maybe in between those teaching, to give the opportunity to everyone that is there that maybe come, maybe also some comment. I understand that not everyone's feeling always comfortable to come on live. I know who you are, and hopefully you're watching tonight. But please send some comment. If you have any question on the subject that we are discussing right now, it will be my pleasure to answer as they come on my way. So, and just for people that were interested about the book that I just talked about, let me present it to you. Kids Do here on Amazon. So I see we have a few people here tonight. I see Pete. Okay, so Pete, I'm going to bring you up. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, good, good. How you doing?
You're doing great. Is it your first time?
First time.
First time. Would you get mind to share with us where you're from, Pete, and how did you hear about the show tonight?
Sure. I'm a friend of Joseph. I know Joseph,
Yes, of
and
course. Yes,
I
Joseph
just
is,
I
is
was
hanging around.
yeah, and I was just every time he does something, I support him, and it was super nice person. Helped me a lot. And I'm
Absolutely.
from Broward County. From Broward
Yes,
County, and I decided to
we're
I saw
neighbors.
you.
Very nice. Is there anything regarding what we discussed tonight that you feel, has been talking to you, would like us maybe that connect to your life right now? Or, or would you like me just to go deep and maybe pick some card for you tonight, just to give some inspiration
Okay.
and maybe guidance?
Yes, if you could pick. Yes, if you could pick some cards tonight
Yes,
and see,
so we'll,
please.
we'll do that. So I'm gonna take this this one here tonight. So what I will ask you as as an intermediary or mediator, I like to call it.
Say
I only can, as a mediator, it's only through the exchange of the linking of our vibration and asking, really what I call the light force, the force of the divine, to come in and to bring us some clarity. So if you just want to take a deep breath and maybe just you can talk to God or your guides or anyone that you feel might be overlooking you, and just ask, to receive the guidance that you need to lead you on the path and help you, fulfill your own journey in the most smooth and peaceful way. right. So I'm going to start with this one. I use 3 sets of tools. With Hebrew letters that are really the DNA of creating and try to understand of what needs to be open or rebalance, if you really reflect how you experience your life.
Can you still hear me? Because you're breaking up.
Yes, I do. Can you hear me well as well?
Now I
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you
me?
better. Now I can hear you. For a
Okay,
second,
okay,
I can hear you real good now.
okay, very good, Pete. So let me see what we have here. Okay, all right. So the card that I pull lead me towards the area of your solar plexus. So in energy talking, the solar plexus connect to the energy of the sun, which is the energy, the willpower of a person is the ability, just like the sun, to bring light for yourself and for the people around you. And specifically in the message that I'm getting, it talks about that for you to do that is to kind of free yourself of what people may think about you or the need of their approval. Sounds good?
Yes,
It's
yes.
it's very good. It's about realizing that in life we cannot please everyone. And so that's why the best bet we can do is to try to connect to what is your truth or authentic self, and to develop your relationship with your own divine, your higher self, and really becoming more and more in harmony with the divine within you. Okay, you need also many times to remember that when we encounter disapproval from the outside, many times in spirituality, it means that you must be doing something right. It means that whatever it is that you're doing, or at least the intention that you have, are steering negative forces, and no judgment about people, because remember, we all are volunteering in this life to play different roles one another. Okay, so sometimes we play the good guy and sometimes we play the bad guy in the life of someone, right? So for you
Yes.
is remember that if you encounter, a friction, or somebody may be misjudging you, and for you feeling like, how is it possible, that this is not representing of who you are or what you're trying to do? Is it something that you did experience, having people having misconception about who you are?
Sometimes yes.
Okay. So it's just to realize that many times is the friction that is here to force you, to realize, wow, I'm in the crossroad right now that I'm trying to be myself. And because it's a light that I reveal, and we know that when we bring light, it's not only for ourselves, but it shines all around. I might encounter some friction here. And really is to invite you to remain courageous in your journey, to remain courageous into the choices you're making. I see many times people feeling nervous about making choices, because they always wonder, is it the right choices or not? And really, there is no such a thing. There is easier pathway, but the major key, and this is what I want you to leave you with tonight. What is the key in terms of making choices? Is one, to do it with 100% of your heart. Because if you make a choices that is motivated by, I think this is what I'm supposed, seems right. And even if you're not sure, but your heart is leaning toward this path. As long as you're doing 100%, it will always turn out right. Meaning, even if it was not the best choice for you, you will have situation that will bring you back where you need to be. And like in science, they say energy never gets lost. So whatever you involved yourself will come back. So which means even if you feel you need to restart something, you will not start from scratch. Okay? And the second thing, when it comes about really having this sense that, okay, I need to make a decision, is to think of what will affect more than me, people around me. If you always ask yourself, what is the best choice that will be the best at large, is to see how it affects the people around you. And if you feel that overall it's something that can affect positively, and like I say, is not always 100%, then you know this is what you need to do. So anything would you like
Okay.
me to add? Does he answer something that were in your mind right now?
Yes, I'd like to ask you with my career. I started a new career,
Okay.
new position, everything new. How do you see it there? How you see me? Do you see me there for a very long time?
You're about to start a new position right now, or you're looking to start a new position?
No, I already did. I already
You
did.
already did. Let me try to get from different place if I get any special answer for you, Pete. Okay?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. So you get the word passion here. And it's really to say that it's interesting because I was getting that what you need to be focused really is not so much what's going to happen, but it's more about, how you strengthen your relation with the divine light. Okay, so you're going to by yourself being able to be more in tune with what is happening in your life. Okay, because like I said, really things are always ongoing. What we're missing is to be able to see the big picture, but we don't need to see the whole picture. All what we need is like driving at night. You need your lights to show you what's in front of you. Okay, so really the advice that I'm
Okay.
getting is how do you incorporate in your daily routine ways to really develop your relationship with the source, the universe, maybe finding your own way to make it special. Okay, and from one person to the next is something that doesn't look the same. Some people like to have altar and burn candles or incense, take a few minutes at night. Some people just in bed before going to sleep to have an introspection about what happened and having a kind of dialogue about, okay, this is where I'm at, this is what I would like to happen. And obviously in spiritual world, there's a bunch of tools that you can use really to kind of create that environment where you're going to be able to tap more into your own soul and feel more and more the ease. I would like you to stay through the shows because at the end of the show tonight, I will put videos that I recorded about a meditation, which is going with the theme of tonight, which is how to be present here and now. Because as you clear all distraction, you will eventually, being able to hear more clearly for your own self what's, really supposed to be happening and what choice you need to make. Okay, Peter?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My great pleasure. Please keep in touch. Let me know how things been going, and please continue to share, to like, trying to come
Thank
here
you.
on a regular basis and really
Thank
just
you.
to serve and help everyone. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
My,
you.
my pleasure, Pete. Have a great night.
You too. Bye bye. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. All right. So thank you, Pete, and thank you everyone that is here. Uh, you can, Pete, if you can hear me, you can also log out of the room so more people can come in. I would like just to see a little bit who's here tonight. So I see Monica is here. So I'm glad we can hear me. From where I am, everything seems to work just fine. So hopefully continue that way. And hi, Ruthie. And please, guys, continue sending your messages. It's so nice to see all of you here. So I would like just to continue a little more about what I was talking, this idea of how to be present and not to run away from challenges, because they are really those opportunities that we receive to fulfill our destiny, to fulfill our potential. And so one of the things that I always like to advise is, in order to do that, is to apply what I call the proactive response. First of all, when a challenge occurs in someone's life, whatever place it's coming from, is to realize that this situation is not here to get us, to hurt us. It's here for us. And like I said, is to help us overcome this challenge, this challenger, to get to our next level and to express the power that is within us. So what is the proactive response? Is first to acknowledge that the situation is here. And if we feel uncomfortable, that's just fine, because having reactive emotions, there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, it's actually a great thing, because we know that if we cannot realize that we have a challenge, or that we are not in a place where we feel the greatest and we think that everything is just fine because we try to numb ourselves, then we cannot change it. So acknowledging how we feel is a very important step. The other thing that we need to turn on at this moment is to remind ourselves, okay, there is a challenge here, and we know that the solution has been created before the problem. And that solution, chances are, is inside of me. So to do that, we need to take a time to pause. We need to take a time not to become reactive to the situation, and really allow ourselves to tune in and ask for guidance, ask for help. Take the time that we need to be guided toward what would be the right answer. Now, we know that in life we might not have the choice when it comes to our challenges, what comes our way, but we always have a choice how we respond to it. And this is the proactive mind. This is how we can eventually tap into what we can do and apply it. And it doesn't have to be instant. We can take the step and take the time. And what I will add to that, when the answer is not right away coming to us, the best way to bring this light, to bring this clarity, is to become like the light. So being focused on what we can do to be more aligned with what the divine would be, a force of love, a force of sharing, a force of appreciation. And so anything we can do to tune into that will help us eventually to resonate and hear it when it comes our way. So we'll continue a little bit more if so, but I see that we have some visitor here. I see Debbie. I'm going to bring you in, Debbie. Hey,
Hello.
Debbie. Hi,
Hi.
how are you? Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in. Where are you calling us from?
St. Petersburg, Florida.
St. Petersburg. Nice.
Yes.
How's the weather right now? Did you get some cooler temperature or?
Oh, it's beautiful out. It's not cold.
Okay, that's nice. That's
Beautiful.
nice. So
no snow.
no snow in Florida. people laugh when I say, well, we have a few degrees, below
Yeah.
60s and everybody's cold. So I assume you must be a friend with either Joseph and Kristen.
I do know Joseph.
Okay,
Yes.
very
Yep.
nice. Yeah, well, maybe Joseph come say hello a little bit later. I just see
Mm,
our friend Kimberly also being here, and
okay.
just want to say hello to her. She say how much it's important to learn from our emotion, and that
True.
they teach us so much about what tick us and talk us, and really to understand that it doesn't neither define us. We we are human, so it is fine
True.
to have, and really when we can pinpoint what we feel, then we can say, okay, I recognize what I feel, but doesn't mean it is me. It is my thought, it is a feeling, and I can choose, to not write this way, just observe it and let it go, let it flow.
Yeah.
So tell me, is there anything I can do for you tonight?
I don't know. I
Oh.
was so excited that I happened to fall on your show was coming on because I
And
usually end up missing them.
well, listen,
So
Joseph, Kristen, we kind of connected, feeling that we know each other for so long, and I'm
yeah.
just jumping in as well,
Nice.
For the longest time, I've been working from behind the curtain and just doing things, and I guess now is the time, and it's what I like to tell everyone. We're coming
Yeah.
into the year 2021 after what we went through, and hopefully soon enough we'll step out of that. But
True.
2021 is really this energy. When we looked at numerology that give us vibration, it's 5, is the energy of movement, of changing, of really stepping out of our little boxes, of the statu quo, and really think bigger, think outside the
Yes.
box. So I think everyone, depending on where they are, they will experience that. They will experience, okay, I might have all this influence in my life, but I need to listen. Who am I really inside? And how can I really reveal it? Like, really like shining out like a butterfly, coming out of that cocoon that
Hmm.
is there for a long time. So I can give a look, would you have rather a preference? I either use chakra cards that are here to really help me connect to where in your body and energetical field there is a message that will lead me toward what might happening to your life. I also use
Okay.
I also use the Hebrew letters that are really like the DNA of creation, because this is how the world was created, through the power of words. And also I'm using this deck of the 72 name or 72 angels, pocket
Oh
energy
wow.
of the light. So
Lovely.
which
Whatever
one?
spirit tells you to do.
Okay, so let's see. Okay. I'm gonna go start with the chakras. I always feel is a good place to start. So if you want to take a deep breath, you can close your eyes and just ask, God, the guidance to float between you and me, and so we can communicate clearly. Beautiful. This is what I knew the category would come. So we're talking here about your heart chakra. So this is what comes, this thing about you is knowing that all you really ever need is really right here. And you are this force in the life of so many people. This is what I'm getting, that
True.
your touch their heart is like just being around you, raised. And I see the cat behind, which is also another connection to that, is really that your connection to your own spirit is in the most loving way. And at the end is what I tell people, and I will go a little bit deeper, I'm a very big on telling people the goal isn't, to have all those wow experiences. They're fun, they're great, it's beautiful, when you have those encounter. Maybe you see sign, maybe you float out of your body, maybe you sense certain thing, and people are getting very excited about that. But ultimately, because our soul comes from this realm of endless, of ultimate vision, of psychic ability, or whatever name you use, this is a done deal at the end of the day. This is who we are, or who at least once we shed the body, we'll go back to that. What
True.
we get on this earth is the ability to be a force of love and light through action of sharing and simple act of kindness. There's nothing higher, because many times people think, oh, I should be that type of elevated, and ceasing to know that I'm spiritual. Wrong. And there's a beautiful story from the ancient teaching of the Bible and the teaching of Kabbalah, which is a little bit more the
Yes.
the hidden teaching of the Torah. There's this beautiful teaching, and I hope you will resonate with everyone, because it's not about religion here. There was the story of this rabbi on the day of Yom Kippur, praying to have the gate of heaven open for goodness and blessing for the whole community. And as this rabbi was praying with all his heart and knowing that his state of mind that would be able to open those gates, he was struggling. He could not open the gate. And so he prayed harder and harder. But then suddenly he noticed, from behind, in the back of the room, he noticed something happening, an energy, like, you can be in a room and you notice the energy rising up. There was this little boy on the floor that didn't know to read. He was maybe 3 or 4, just singing the alphabet and trying to call to God. And then there's somebody say, oh, we need to make him quiet. And the rabbi say, no, the gates are open now. And what does it teach us? There's nothing more special than the purity of the love that comes from our hearts. And so this is the gift that you have. And as long as you keep tuning into that, no matter what's happened around you, the ups and downs, sometimes life are a little bit, you will be taken care of, and you are fulfilling really what you are to be fulfilling in this world. Let me just see if there's anything I can add to that. And it's really, if at any moment, and it's not definitely what I get, you sometimes have a little doubt crippling in, just reconnect and be peaceful, because you are doing what you are meant to do. Okay. And
True.
the little chattering telling you, is it really enough? Or am I not supposed to do more than that? No, just connect and just know that you're doing just fine. Okay. And as you continue sharing and showing an example of love, then the universe will respond back always.
True.
Okay. And so just to you see, this is what the last message, and this is the one that come to me. Feel good about yourself. Just feel good about what is it that you're doing, and continue being this force that bring peace and love into the life of others.
It's a way of life.
Yes, that's the way. That's the way
It's a
of
way
life.
of life. Yes, living
Absolutely.
on faith. Thank you.
You're welcome, Debbie. It's such
Thank
a
you
pleasure
so much.
to have you here tonight.
How
So
wonderful.
So please come check on again and
Okay.
say hi.
Thank you so much. God
My
bless you.
pleasure. God bless you too.
Bless you.
Very nice. And yeah, this is what we're talking about. We all have challenges, and we all meet at our level something that's going to push us to the next level. And so one thing we cannot compare, because everybody will meet in life the challenges at their level. But really what we need to focus on is that this is part of a game, and to try to run away from it is to miss the whole point. And many times when we try to do this running away, we are living out of the time space that is here and now, and we step out of the present, the gift that we receive. So to be able to really appreciate this gift, we need to realize how sometimes our thoughts are taking us to places that are not real. They have become illusion. Whether we travel in the past, positively or negatively, what this person said to me, I cannot believe that, or sometimes we kind of fantasize about the past was so much better than what is happening right now. Or we are just focusing and trying to figure it out what's going to happen in the future. None of them are real. And they're only here and now that is existing. And that is the gift for us to fulfill our life. So to do that, there's obviously, different techniques that we can use, that spirituality has made available for us to be really allowing to be here and using this power to become the actor and co-creator of our lives. So one of the very good technique that I personally enjoy, it's what we call tapping. And it's really rooted into the same Asian teaching that Qigong or, or acupuncture is, to touch certain place in our body that will allow us to reset ourselves. So just to share few main points, when you use your finger, just like this, you can tap just above your eyebrows. And by the pressure that you apply, you can also use some kind of mantras that will allow you to refocus yourself and step out of what the chattering mind, the monkey mind that we call. Then you can go slowly and go to your cheekbones. And again, the feeling is just so a relief. You feel it right away. It's like suddenly the blood, as it moves, release you from the tension. Then the other point is right above your mouth. And then here. And then you can go around and do a few times and then tap on the top of your head. Because as we know, the top of our head connects us to the crown chakra, which is the highest level that connects us to the upper one and the energy of our auras that channels through here all the way down. And this is a beautiful way to relax any stress as it comes and really to get the energy moving, the chi or the prana that we call in yoga. So this is one of the tools that you can apply, and it can be done anywhere at any time. Now, another tools that I would like to share also is anything that is creative that allowed you to be in a state of meditation without having to meditate. Because meditation, it's something that is beautiful, and there's so many programs that help us getting into it much more quickly. But for some certain people, especially if they're new at it, can be a bit of a challenge. So there's also thing that one can do to tap into that, which is to use mandalas, coloring or drawing, or rock painting with an intention. And by doing that, it's really allowed us to focus our mind on what we are doing and really to step out of this thinking mind that try to take us into so many places. Because here is what's happened. Our mind is always wandering. And like I said, if we catch it wandering, we can always bring it back. But if we are not really in that present moment, what will happen? Life is passing us by. Like I used to share to a friend over the weekend. How many times did you catch yourself either driving or eating something and being at the place you needed to be, or having done finishing this sandwich that seemingly was delicious and having no memories of it? And this is really what's happened when we let our mind wander and we are not here and now. So I hope really that this topic was really resonating with you. If in the future you have any question, please, you know that you can always send messages on my Facebook page at IC by Ilanit. And this is something also definitely I would like to do in the future, to have more like question and answer. And so I would like maybe to invite Joseph. If Joseph is here tonight. I had a story that I wanted to wrap this
Here I
night.
am.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
I have to practice my French with you.
Okay, so you've been present with me here tonight?
Yes, yes. I've been in the background listening.
Good.
So I heard you had a reading today and you did some mediumship work.
Yes, so I wanted to share this story. So here what's happened, I'm part of different group on Facebook, and where I share my writings and interact with people. And so the other day I posted there one of my messages, and I had someone sending me a message saying, do you do private reading? So I privately contacted her and say, I do. And I mentioned that in private, really what I do is to give life path reading using tools like numerology and Kabbalistic astrology to really give people the ability to create their story. And then she told me, well, actually, I was hoping to have more of a medium reading and to connect with departed,
Loved ones.
dear to me. She didn't say anything to me. But as she said that, I was like, suddenly I had a visitation and I saw this man, and really so descriptive the way he was dressed. And so I got back in touch with her and I said, listen, I don't promote myself as doing this type of reading. If it's happened, and I know it did happen, I'll share with you, but this is not what I do. So she asked me, do I know anyone? So of course, I right away mentioned you. But then I told her, I said, and she said, I wanted to talk with my son. So the person I knew was not the son and introduced himself as her dad. So I said, well, listen, I have a man here and I believe he's your dad. So she was surprised, I guess, because of her relationship with him. And so I delivered the whole message. But as I started to talk with her, I guess this is how those things work. Once you plug, sometimes there's more happening, right? So son eventually came through. And so it was interesting. He was delivering who he was. He passed young, 18, from cancer. And I was telling what he's telling me about his personality, his philosophy, and what he was standing for. And one of the things he was standing, it was really live life, be fearless, like do everything you can right here, right now. So I contact her back, with an extra message. And I say, well, listen, I get this extra message. He's telling me, live life fully, fearlessly, be right here, be right now. And he's telling me, this is the message you're talking tonight. So tell her this is what she needs to apply in her life. So that was, that was really beautiful. And then more things came. And like it's through the confirmation, Mia was just happy to be able to share something with her that she was telling me, that's right. And I guess, this idea of living fully life. And I wrote down, he said, don't live in the past, don't live with regret, don't feel this is not right, just live it and connect to love, to light, and do your best. So
That's the most important thing. And I find in this work, our loved ones across, they're healed, they're godlike, they don't have pain anymore, they're not suffering. And they see us here. We're here. We have challenges in life. We do suffer. We have pain, challenges. And for her son to come through to say, live life, she's probably depressed. She's probably sad. It's hard for her to move on with her life. And her son just saying that, I'm okay, Mom. Go ahead and live your life. Live your life to the fullest. Enjoy your life while you still have it. One day they'll meet again and they'll see each other again. But life is short here. And most likely the son was giving you a message is for her mother to live her life and enjoy life for what she had.
Well, it was beautiful. She got back to me and said today was really like, it turned out to be a wonderful day. So yeah, I can understand that
And you brought her husband through or her father through?
It was her father, and the father was really specific and apparently it was special.
It's nice to get validations and when they're specific like that and they can relate.
Yeah.
And then mediumship work is the healing. We're here for healing people and help with closure. You know, a lot of times when I meet clients and things, they feel they're here to see me because they feel like the loved ones are suffering on the other side, but they're not suffering. We're the ones who are hurting. We're the ones in pain. They're healed. They're fine. They're in a good place. They're in a place of love, unconditional love, and they don't feel the pain where they're at. So, and they give us messages or mediums messages to share to heal the pain for everyone's going through here. That's beautiful mediumship.
Which you see, you helped me here because one of the last points I wanted to add, into that journey of what challenge and pain are. There's a big difference between pain and suffering. Pain is the moment you feel if something has been hurting you, but the suffering is you not being in the present and just reliving in the loop of what had happened, what could have been different, and really then is upon us because, like you said, at the level of the soul, we are moving on and we are set free and we want people to be as free and to know that on that journey and just to live it and to enjoy it in the moment that it is given to us because we never know how long it is and what's matters.
Right. We don't know how long life is, and we should take advantage of life while we have it because sometimes we put off things. I'll get to it tomorrow. I'll do it next week, or I'll go see my mother next week or next month. And life is short, and we should take advantage. And even for our own personal self, we need to not put anything off. If we want to do something, do it now instead of putting it off. So there's no regrets afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. And actually, it brings me that I heard today a dear friend from many years back just passed from COVID. And as I'm talking, I feel I should make a connection to him, David. When I met him, it was back in the years of Kabbalah. We used to have this special time. He used to work in a kosher store. And when I would go do some shopping, we always end up having this spiritual conversation in the wine aisle. and really, it just what I had learned is that he passed from COVID, contracting in because the only time he would go out of his house is because he was involved of an organization to bring food to people that needs it.
And so he died of COVID, but he was doing something that he was meant to do, help other people.
He was doing something very special and sharing his love and his light. So yeah, I think so.
So he went out in a special way. He went out and helping people. And some may call him a hero too, helping the ones, the needy and stuff, and that's the difference. He put his life just to go help people who are in need. So, so I would say God bless him.
So I think, what time is it now? We got a wrap for tonight.
Yep. You have a meditation you want to do.
A meditation that I pre-recorded that is about helping everyone to be present here and now in the body. And so remind everybody that can be reached out on Facebook at IC by Ilanit. And in another intimate conversation Tuesday, probably 8 p.m.
Yep. We'll be back at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. for everyone.
And then tomorrow, I'll be here with Kristen tomorrow.
Yep.
And for a night of love, hope, and laughter. And I'm still going to pop on here and there. I'm telling people that, but who knows? I just get busy. When my time is free, I have no readings today. Then all of a sudden, my assistant calls me, Stacy, says, "Oh, I booked 3 of them for you today." There goes my day. So
we are in the here and now whenever we are needed. And I saw Kimberly came and say hello. So Kimberly, thank you for being here. Right. And so I wish everyone love and light. And in French, we say bonsoir.
Thank you for listening.
Bonjour friends, and welcome to this new video at IC by Ilanit. As discussed previously, we now realize how modern days has been affecting us physically and spiritually. Ever running everywhere, not being able to stay still. It made me realize, preparing for this class, how I missed the days where there was no cell phone. You will leave your home, go to work, go to school, go for a stroll in a park, and it's all of that matter, no interruption. And of course, there's so many things that we can discuss about this topic, how it had affected us in so many ways. But instead of doing that, let's apply the most perfect remedy. Let's go inside ourselves. Let's learn to tap into that quiet place where everything is peaceful, everything is one. So I'd like to invite you to sit comfortably. And close your eyes. Relax your head. Relax your shoulders. Relax your skin. And allow my words, my voice, to guide you into your subconscious mind. I want you to become aware of your breathing. Inhale in deeply and exhale out. Again, in and out. One more time. Inhale in and exhale out. Feel yourself. Your true self is peaceful, joyful, expandable. It is your true nature. And so as you keep finding your rhythm of breathing, I want you to be aware of how you're feeling. How is your skin feeling? Do you notice any tension? And therefore tell yourself to relax. Maybe you want to readapt your position and just go back to your breath in and out. Thoughts may arise, but let them float. Notice them and let them go. And just go back to your breath right here, right now. Breathe in and out. As you inhale, breathe in love, breathe in light. Feel the joy, feel the peace of being here in the now. Exhale deeply. Let your worries, your tensions, your fears, your doubt melt away. Every day you can go back to that practice of breathing in and out. And so tell yourself that in that moment, nothing else matters. A lot of things need your care, but in order to handle them, you must come from a place of peace, of love, full of light. And so cherish every moment you can take to recharge. It is a practice, but with focus and an open heart, you will develop that muscle and it will become second nature, because this is who you really are. Peace, love, and light. Enjoy a little bit more this moment of quietness. Just feeling your chest going up and down. And so whenever you are ready, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll your shoulder, move your head from side to side, and open your eyes. Welcome to yourself. Welcome to this being filled with love and light, which nothing can stop. I'm wishing you a beautiful day, a beautiful night, and I'll see you soon again for another episode of I See by Ilanit. Always with love and light.